Ako urong dito, and I said I would stake my honor, my life, and even the presidency.
Hukong ng pagbabago, pag-asenso. Hukong ng pagbabago, pamanaon. Hukong ng pagbabago, katawan ang nasayo.
Ikawan ang mundo para sa pagbabago. Sawa na ang bayan ko sa magnanakaw na tao.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, the President of the Philippines, President Rodrigo Roa Duterte. Pleasant evening to everyone. Deliver a short message and the Presidential Anti-Corruption Commission's report to the President. We'd like to call on PACC Chairman Mr. Dante Layemenes.
A pleasant day to everyone. The Presidential Anti-Corruption Commission feels honored and privileged to welcome our partners in government, guests and members of the media to this very special occasion, the first anniversary of the PACC. But let me start by thanking the President of the Republic of the Philippines, President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, for gracing this affair with his presence. His strong leadership and sincere commitment in fighting corruption in the country inspires the Commission to carry on and carry out its mandated tasks in assisting this administration in the fight against corruption in all levels of government. Before we start our report to the President, let us show two video presentations to our guests in this first anniversary of PACC.
Time and again, I have stressed that corruption must stop. Corruption is like a leech that it bleeds the government of funds, program, infrastructure, and social development projects. It saps the morale of dedicated and honest government workers, and corruption destroys those who succumb to its temptation, and eventually it is the innocent who will suffer and bear its horrible consequences. The love of money is corrosive, and sadly, The desire to make the easy kind of being imaginative and manipulative corrupts absolutely. Stolen wealth does not make the thief respectable. Neither will the trappings of wealth mask or cap the stink that thievery exudes. One day, justice will catch up with those who steal government funds. And when the day comes, it will be the public who will have its retribution. Fight against corruption and improving service of delivery. We need to sustain our momentum, and I hereby direct all government units, makinig sana kayo, and government agencies to faithfully implement this law. Hinihingi ko yan sa lahat na sa gobyerno under my control and supervision. Huwag ho kayong magkamali. Gusto ng tao, kayong yung binabayaran, make your living from the pockets of the people, and you have a lousy and corrupt bureaucracy. I have friends and political supporters whom I appointed to public office and then dismissed or caused to resign. I value friendship. Make no mistake about it, but it has its limits. It pains me to no end the loss of friendships, and that is why I appeal to you to help me in my cause so that our friendship will endure.
October 4, 2017, President Rodrigo Roa Duterte signed Executive Order Number 43, creating the Presidential Anti-Corruption Commission, or the PACC, officially starting his war on corruption. In appointing the officers of the commission, the President gave his marching order to the chairman, Dante, wala kang sasantuhin dito. On January 12, 2018, the President appointed the officers of the PACC.
Corruption is a disease to good governance. It is as deep as the debris and garbage in the Manila Bay. And acknowledge the presence of Secretary Roy Simato of the DENR, Department of Environment and Natural Resources, for heading the Interagency Task Force. He had shown already what happened in Boracay. And also, of course, the DILG, represented by Undersecretary Martin Dino. Corruption also results to poverty, illegal drugs, crimes, and worst, even rebellion. I would like now to report to the President and to you, my friends and allies, and to the Filipino people, that the PACC has received more than 2,000 documents in its first year, with 807 further classified as actionable or verifiable, and to which letters acknowledging receipt have been transmitted to the respective end users. We have conducted fact-finding inquiries and missions. All reports at the Commission come from the Office of the President, communications intended for PACC as first received in the Office of the President and forwarded to PACC for action. Among the major issues raised during our fact-finding is our projects in Camarines Sur. I would like to acknowledge the presence of Undersecretary Marvel Clavecilla of the Presidential Advisor on Bicol Affairs. He reported to us through the President the Bicol Medical Center in Naga City, Camarines Sur, where I come from, which had been derailed for more than 2.5 years. And also other projects there, like the infirmary, which is supposed to be used by the people of Calabanga, Camarines Sur, but now it's still a white elephant. The fish port, cold storage, and ice plant in Calabanga, Camarines Sur. All of this are inoperational until now. But in the Bicol Medical Center, the Department of Health already committed to support its funding for the facilities. During the first year, the Commission also conducted various missions and, of course, 6 Bicol missions. We have also 1 in Cebu, Visayas, 3 Mindanao missions, including missions to Cagayan de Oro, Davao, and Zamboanga. We have completed our meeting dialogues with all the departments and agencies, Mr. President. And we intend to continue on dialoguing with the other various departments. In fact, a while ago during the first program, we have already deputized members of these departments. We have partners and had MOAs, memorandum of agreements with the AMLAC, Commission on Audit. We have also conducted entrapment operations in cooperation with various government agencies like the NBI. I would like to acknowledge the presence of Director Dante Giran, May Tocayo, and Secretary Menard Guevara. And also, of course, the Bureau of the Criminal Investigation Detection Group, the Bureau of Immigration and Deportation, during its entrapment operations. From a total of 4 entrapment operations, notable of which were the entrapments on extortion attempts of BIR personnel on June 25, 2018, and the NAIA jewelry smuggling activities on May 5, 2018. Early this year, the PACC worked with the Fugitive Service Unit of the BID. I would like to acknowledge the presence also of Commissioner Jaime Morente and his FSUs for capturing, Mr. President, a Chinese fugitive wanted in Beijing, China, of embezzlement of 11 billion pesos equivalent. And at this point, I would like to acknowledge the presence of His Excellency Ambassador Zhao Jinhua, who helped us also facilitate our cooperation with the Central Commission for Discipline and Inspection, or CCDI, our counterpart in Beijing, China. Let me now shorten my report. In conclusion, for this year, we would like to continue on meeting, dialoguing with the executive departments so that there will be no misunderstanding as per instructions of the President. And we have also assisted executive officers to work hand in hand with us. That's why a while ago we have to deputize about 40 representatives from the various agencies of government. We cannot do this alone. As the President has said, he cannot also do this alone. We have to pursue relevant measures for the President to propose to other branches of government, such as Congress and the Judiciary, to strengthen the resolve to fight against graft and corruption by passing laws, rules, and regulations related to cases filed with the Office of the President against erring personnel in government. We have also to continue on having regional meeting, dialogues in the regions to bring the Commission and the President's message of stop corruption to the people in various regions of the country. And of course, we'd like to request to strengthen the executive orders issued on us, and also decent budget to be presented to the President for the PACC's annual operations. We intend also to complete the visits and exchange of visits with other Asian countries. Of course, we have started with Beijing and Hong Kong, who are competent in their anti-corruption campaign, and also to include studies, research, and training. Since the Philippines is a partner of the International Association of Anti-Corruption Authorities, IACA, and at the same time a signatory to the United Nations Convention Against Corruption, UNCAC, signed in December 9, 2003, and ratified in November 6, 2006. The PACC will pursue cooperation with international bodies like the United Nations in fighting graft and corruption. That ends my report to the President and to my fellow government officials, and of course, to the Filipino people. Thank you very much, and mabuhay.
Chairman Jimenez shall now hand over the PACC accomplishment report to the President. At this point, we'd like to call on Executive Secretary Salvador C. Bedialdea to introduce our guest of honor and speaker.
Magandang gabi po sa kanilang lahat. Ang Pangulo ng Republika ng Pilipinas, si Mayor Rodrigo Roa Duterte.
Kindly sit down. Salamat po. Until today, so many billions are lost every day because of corruption, and I only have 3 pages to tell you what is it all about. It does not say anything, so I will just read the salutations and proceed on my own. The Executive Secretary, Bedialdea, and other members of the Cabinet, His Excellency Jin Xiao, officials and employees of the Office of the Presidential Anti-Corruption Commission, fellow workers in government, other distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Let me relate to you, or narrate 2 events which happened during the last 4 months. The first was a command conference of all armed forces and police officers. And on that day, I was quite busy dismantling the Board of Trustees of the Nayong Pilipino because of, well, they went into a contract, and without any public bidding. And as everybody knows, I've always stressed bidding that is fair and just. Wala ho silang bidding. On top of that, is denying Filipino. And they wanted, well, they had this contract already to invite a gambling casino. And so Nayong Filipino is about Philippine heritage. That's what it says, Nayong Filipino. And I simply cannot fathom why they would entertain a contract with the gambling casino in that area. And so I was not really feeling great when I arrived here in this room for the command conference. Sunny Dominguez passed many a complaint about medicines purchases by the AFP hospital for the soldiers, and that there were some ghost deliveries in that file he gave me. So I just lost my patience, and I told the military and the police, I am really very sad because kayo pa naman ang pinagkatiwalaan ko to cover my back. And here you are. It's not only about deliveries, but about money paying and none for the soldiers. Sabi, you can fuck with anything. Wag yung medisina sa tao para gumaling. And to think that it was really for the soldiers. And so in my exasperation, I said, I'm really very tired. I think my mindset now cannot absorb so much for all of this. And so I said, I would like to offer to you my resignation. If the four branches of the armed forces and the police, by Aldi was there, if you would stand up, all of you, then that is an indication that you want another president, then I will step down tonight. And so nobody stood up. And so we just said, let it pass, and I said, I hope next time this will not happen. It's a very small document, but it's about a delivery which never came. The second was about 3 weeks ago, very cabinet meeting. It's not about DAR, or it's about, it concerned an office in the DAR, Department of Agrarian Reforms. And all my cabinet was there present. And there was this complaint that some of those applications for conversion came in almost 2 to 3 years. So I told Casticiones, maggawaan mo ako ng simplified yun, ease of doing business. Sinabi ko, and show it to us during the cabinet meeting, because if I find it good, then I can suggest the other departments to follow. And when he started to show, not his fault really. I'm not blaming him. But the way the bureaucracy is set up, it is really conducive to or for corruption to thrive. Ganon ang Pilipinas. And you have to, you would need a radical change overnight if you want corruption to stop. So he proceeded. So about 4 pages full of requirements. Clearance from the NBI, clearance from waterworks, clearance from the LGUs, ko patay na. Tapos clearance and clearance. When he was talking, I stood up and I said, that documents that you are suggesting to make things faster is not for me. It belongs to about 2 presidents from now. With those requirements, you will ensure corruption. And it would come naturally and automatic. Kung ganon karaming clearances, magkuha ka ng clearance sa waterworks, magkuha ka ng clearance and practically in all departments, you have to get a sort of a clearance from lahat ng ang wala doon ang foreign affairs lang. Pero, Adre, I'm not listening to you because that is not my concern. It cannot work on me because it would take you about 2 to 3 years to complete that. So I stood up and I said, sinabi nandiyan sila Roy, because I want to resign. And I feel useless in this goddamn building. Kung ganun lang naman, huwag na ninyo akong idamay. I'm old. And I want to, I do not want exaltations or whatever. I just want simply to resign and rest. At pagtindig ko, sinabi ko, was most of my, there's about an equal number of retired military officers and the civilians. Parang almost hati na equally. Sabi ko sa kanila, before I stood up and went out of the room, if I were you guys, I'd stage a cordeta tomorrow. Go ahead, be my guest. So doon na ako sa labas. Well, of course, Castellanes proceeded to rattle off the things that he prepared. Pero ako, hindi na ako naniwala ng gano'n. So, out of respect, pinagpaguran siguro niya. So, you can just go ahead. So, pero hindi na ako nakinig. It's bullshit. So, I just let it pass. But maybe if I have time, I'm so busy. I'd like to sit with the executive secretary and maybe invite some guys from the ombudsman and itong auditing office, and let's agree on certain procedures. Kasi naman sinabi ko noon, ipakidnap mo yung mga sa auditing. Kasi kung ano-ano na lang rin ang pinaglalagay kasi. Yung regulations nila, nagpatong doon sa, they add more and more regulations. And it could not really be corruption, but it could be short-sightedness or plain. I will not follow that because that is stupid. Ganon regulation, then you are hailed to the Sandigan, bayan, for gross violation of regulations. You know, you are not Congress. It is only Congress who can mete out imprisonment by law. Pero yung sa yung regulation in relation to section, mamawawala talaga. Kaya ang lahat ng mga auditors natin medyo may katok. They are lost in a maze of so many requirements. Some are really stupid. I do not want to insult them. I have a healthy respect for, who's this guy, Ginaldo? Ginaldo Benbong? Kaya sabi ko, let's simplify matters. Before the end of the year, I will just suggest. And if it is accepted by all, fine. If not, then gusto ko isali yung Congress. Marami kasing nasasabit dyan sa yung ganun. Then, at the end of the year, they would say that you have to reimburse government. Putang ina, nagastos ko na, sana ako maghanap ng pera. Those are the, kagaya ako, it's Iskra 19, page 91, Duterte versus Sandigan. Kasi ito sila, at noon, if you want to buy computers on the local level, you have to go to Manila for permission. I do not really see the rationale of these requirements. But some stupid enterprising guys will just come up and to make money. What for? Kasi pupunta pa kami dito, get those requirements, and you have to spend money following up, considering the monster of traffic that you have to deal with. Now, they wanted us to buy a computer that was something like 24,000 apiece. Itong akin naman was sold by a Korean, ganun rin. Puro made in Asia naman lahat yun. At 12, almost half. Sabi ko, hindi ako magbili niyang ano mo. Sabi ko, it's good, it's durable. Istorya lang yan. Nasisira naman lahat yan. So I did that. So I proceeded. But then, on the other hand, the lawyer in me says that, well, mukhang magko-compromise na lang siguro. But I signed the contract. Pero na-withdraw ko. Ano mo, dinimanda ako ng kuha? And the guy there sa the ombudsman went back and forth. And to think that he had the goal to ask me to pay for his hotel bills. Ano. Ikaw naman, pag gusto mo, sila ang mga ano ko, sabi ko ayaw ko. Kung magbayad ako sa hotel na putang ina, papatayin ko na lang yung yawa niyan. It's cheaper. Ito, isang bala lang yan. Pag tumba niyan, there will be a crescendo of complaints. But after that, 3 or 4 days, wala na, kalimutan na yan. Well, anyway, they filed the case. So we go, good. Then I'll tell the Supreme Court the truth. Tapos, Sandigan, it was filed with the Sandigan. I filed a motion to dismiss as a murder to evidence. Denied. I went to the Supreme Court. I was acquitted, both on procedural and substantial issues. Kaya hindi nila alam, I became president, I experienced it all. Kaya huwag mo akong putang yayarain ka. Hindi ako nagyamang. I was mayor for 23 years. I was a congressman for 1 term. Then I became the vice mayor of my daughter. And that was the time, yan ang ikulong kasi binugbog niya yung sheriff. Then I went back to being mayor, until I reached the presidency. Kaya kung alam ko lahat yan, Diyos. And the other one, itong ko, every year sa Davao, nandito naman yan, the military men are here. Roy Simato, John Simato is here. Bing Bong, may face in Davao. Monteagodo is from, he's with the National Intelligence. Lahat yan sila. Every year nagpapaparty ako. So I have a day during December for the blind people. They have a night. Then the following night, then we have the disabled. Gusto nila tawagin pang differentially abled. Why do that differently abled just to be? Disabled. That's what the dictionary says. Itong mga to naman, you are corrected publicly, this will be called differently abled. Look, as long as the Webster Dictionary says it is disabled, then this should be called disabled. Huwag na natin pagandahin yung miserable niyan. You bring to fore their situation, ma-highlight tuloy ang what's debilitating. So, yung ganon, may party ako sa mga, it's only in Davao City na walang vice squad. I do not allow policemen to arrest, magpunta ng mga bar. Dito, nandyan man, the vice squad, pupunta ng bar, pupunta ng kung ano-ano. Tapos, daklin yung babae sa opisina, dyan sa mesa nila, yayariin yung babae, kunin pa yung pera. So in Davao, it's not. If you go to the central bank vicinity, yan, makita mo yan, marami yan sila. At pag bumaba ako, dinudumo ako ng mga buang. Kasi, hindi, ang condition that they are supervised by the city health officer. And if they have to be arrested at all, then it's going to be the policewomen na hindi, no offense intended, yung straight. Walang, I do not, with, if only if the city health officer would request for the police to intervene. Otherwise, because kanila, if you go to the city health officer, you have this attendance card, and you use condom, fine with me. Sige, you work the whole night if you enjoy it. Ako. Yun lang, walang vice squad. In all of my years as a student of law, and as a lawyer and as president, I have yet to hear a single prostitute being prosecuted in court for exercising her profession. Bakit mo bigyan ng mga kunin lang yung pera tapos i-good time tapos binubugbog pa? Yan ang ayaw ko. So I decided altogether, do not. Because if you do that, may bugbog ka sa akin. Nagbubugbog talaga ako ng pulis. Tanungin mo yan sila. Nagbubugbog talaga ako ng hindi ko pinapalusot yung mga ganun. Well, anyway, that's the small time corrupt. Ang problema nito, every table, dyan sa opisina ayaw kong mag-mention kasi lahat. Pag may pinapalo up ka, basta clearance or a certification from this office, they simply sit on it at pabalik-balikin yung tao. Until a fixer could whisper na bayaran mo na lang. Ganun ang buhay ng Pilipino. Kaya ngayon, ganito, I have announced it then and now that anybody who has a complaint for itong mga corruption, extortion, pati itong big business, you have 24 hours to do it. Just knock at the door sa Malacanang, tapos sabihin mo yung gwardiya nan, sabi ni Duterte, kausapin ko na siya anytime. Dahil na pag hindi ka pinapasok at sinabi mo bala, kunin mo yung pangalan. They have standing order na baski anong oras gisingin ako. Pag agbrigado ka sa tao at kinalkalangan, report mo sa akin. Ako lang ang presidente nila nakita nagbubog. Ewan ko kung ako lang ang presidente nakita nila talaga ng bubugbog na tao. Dito. Kung hindi kita ihulog dyan sa Pasig, lahat ng extortion. Mga pagdating dyan, sabihin ko, yan ka, pera, bigyan mo ang pera. Siyempre, yung mga gwardiya magbigay ng pera, yung iba pitaka pa ko. Kainin mo. You eat the money. You like money? You eat it. Para masanay ka. Meron pa ako ditong undersecretary. Anak ng mabuti nandyan ito. Sabi mo. Talagang sipain ko na sa mukha. Pati ang gobyerno. And those are frustrations, by the way. Those are the things that contribute to my dismay. Kaya mawawala ang magana ng trabaho. And the big ones. O dito sa big ones, because Sunny, nailabing mo, di ka talagang makakalusot. Yung mga maliit, pero dito sa itaas, kanat. Walang shake down dito. And most of my, well, at least about, ilang kayo, Roy, mga 12 ex-military men. Bakit? Gusto ko mag-safety so that the soldiers would love. I do not need it. I was elected by the people, not by the military men. So what's... kung ayaw na, di sabihin mo, bakit tayo magpatayan? But I got military men because I can have my way. They know when they were assigned in Mindanao, na-assign lang ito sila. Amunti Agodo is from Davao. Like Roy Simato, he once upon a time passed there as the commander of the 75th. Yung scout rangers na dinala niya noon. Nagkaibigan kami dahil magkabarkada kami gabi-gabi sa labas. But we do not touch the camp can be a very lonely place. So we became fast friends. But I know them from where of the style, ang style nila. Ang biro kasi, aawayin ka pa ng yung nasanay sa sabi ng kuha, ganito, susus Mariusep. Sabi ko, nasanay ako, I started one, sabi ko, si Spiron. Tapos, nandyan si Delphine Lorenzana. And then, sa DNR, bumitaw si Ay, hindi bumitaw kasi hindi tinanggap yung ano niya, si Gina. So from there, I got the all military. Magbakante ngayon military. Bakit sa military? Isang utos mo lang gagawin talaga. And they know that I cover their backs. And also they know because they happen to be assigned in my city that I will not order them something that is wrong. At alam rin nila kung magkapasubuan, akin talaga yan. Pagka nag-utos ako ng gano'n, akin yan. So, yung Boracay, gaya ng Boracay. So, I sent Diana Armanzeroy. Sabi ko, Roy, go to Boracay. At si Anyo, sa DILG, is Secretary Anyo here. Wala si Secretary Anyo. Ano ginawa niya? Baka bumalik sa Boracay. Maraming babae nung naligo eh. Secretary Anyo, I said that. Clean Boracay in 6 months. Di tapo. Pag sabi ng mga tao doon, magkaso kasi ganon. Eh, alam mo, mga military, pag yan ang utos, Anyo, padlock everything there. I do not want gambling. I'm not envious about people winning big money in gambling. I like it, especially if the winner is my friend, kaya mabalato ka. What I do not like about gambling is kung nasaan yan, nandyan yung mga vultures, yung mga pulis, yan, yung mga gangster, tapos kikidnapin nila yung nanalo, o pautangin na hindi makabayad, i-hostage nila, papatayin pa nila. That's why I told Anyo to get rid of those policemen there sa itong Okada area. Yan ang mga ano niyan. That's why I do not want gambling. O sa Boracay, they have this 10 years, sabi ko, I don't give a shit. You can eat your 10-year contract. You will not gamble there. Magdemanda ka ng sino magdemanda. Magdemanda ka, hindi ka makapunta dito ng Boracay. Doon kita ipalutaw. Ano niya ipalutaw? It's to float. Doon sa Boracay. Sabi ko walang gambling. But it's doing well. But one funny thing, I mean, I'm sure that may pagkain tayo dito. Magkain kami. Hindi. Wala. Tapos na? Buti pa sila. Nauna pa si Presidente. You know, the day I told Roy, you go to Boracay and clean it up. Yes, sir. Snappy. Di nandoon na sa Boracay. Kinabukasan, lumabas ng Philippine Sunstar. Roy was walking along the beach of Boracay. There were 2 Caucasians. One, tinanggal yung bra. Ganun sila eh. That's a girl culture. Yung isa naman nakahiga. You know what? I think the angling of the camera was just to... Kaya hinintay niyang camera yun ng... Si Roy naglalakad. Nakita ko yung mata niya dito. So, nung malapit na kinuha. So pagbalik niya sabi, Guru, akara ko ba inutusan kita maglinis doon? Yes, bakit? Gano'n ko galing, sir? Yung newspaper saan yung mata mo? Mahiling. Sinabi ko, pag sirahan mo, sira. Wala na mga 10 year o ano. Bahala na yung kaso. Sinabi kong it's pollutant, you close it. So wala akong problema. Pag military, inutusan ko, diretso yan. Hindi na ako so natuto ako. And they are all honest men. I know them because they served the vow. And I would know, wala naman police pa. Pero ito mga military, trabaho lang. And I think they are very thankful, not to me, but the opportunity to be of service still. Bata pa kasi sila mag-retire, 56 rather. Bata pa, lugi ako sa eskwela nila. You know, it's at expense of the government. Tapos pag mag-general, katlakat talaga yan. At age of 56, mag-retire. Lugi. Sabi ko, magtrabaho kayo ulit. Yan ang corruption. Yung corruption noon, just this donut na owed almost 8 billion Sikkim Minares, just assessed it at 8. From 8 billion to 8 million. Talaga, bilib ng ano. You know, si Mighty King is my mista because I was adopted by the class 967. Oh, wala na. Puro na matatanda. We know each other. Pero yung, alam mo, huwag kayo maniwala kayo. Paeldon is honest. Talagang pareho kay Jagger, Guerrero ng custom. Maisahan sila. I mean, La Peña and Paeldon. Too naive, too trusting. Alam mo dyan sa customs. Kung nandiyan ka, pasensya na lang. For that is the truth. Talagang puro palusutan dyan. Ay, si La Peña, so that nung napahiya kasi nalusutan, got him sa itong TESDA, which is a very critical department, lalo na yung pag-training ng mga rebel returnee. At si Paeldon, gano'n rin ang nangyari. Ngayon, may isa akong nilagay dyan, si Guerrero, Jagger. Military man. Sabi ko, no, you might have learned your lessons by now. Sabi ko, patayin niyo. Hindi ito mahinto na si Duterte patay ng patay. Bakit? Is there any solution? Kung you time and again, lukuhin mo kami. Nilagyan ko ng army. Nilagyan ko ng Coast Guard. Sabi ko, kung Coast Guard ang magloko, pabaril mo sa army. Kung army ang magloko, pabaril mo sa police. Ganon na. Trabaho. Nilagyan ko kay Jagger. Si Jagger, hindi tumatawa. Pareho kay Anyo. Jagger parang konsumido. Konsumido palagi, parang gustong pumatay. Sabi ko, hindi ito mahito, sabi niyo yung custom. Tingnan natin. Kasi gusto ninyo palliative. Barilin mo. Sabi ko, total, 3 araw lang yan sa newspaper, pati sa TV. Wala na, pagkatapos na, wala na. Pag-cremate yan, no more. Ganun ang Pilipinas. Pag hindi mo talaga, luslusin ka ng luslusin. Itong police, well, marami na mahusay. Pero may mga gangster talaga. Kaya of late, namamatay yung mga pulis rin, pati PDEA. Sabi ko, huwag ninyong gawin sa akin yan. Pagka pumasok ka, kayong mauuna sa impyerno. Hindi ako. You will go ahead first. Mabuti na lang sa kakapatayan nila. Ilan na lang naiwan na puro matitino na. Itong police, every day there's always an idiot nahuli. Yung isa was being, ano ni Eliasar, and he was criticized for that. Sabihin mo kay Eliasar, okay yun. Ano ba naman yan, ganun. Sumasayaw nga yan sila na tao. Sabi mo, I have his back covered. Kasi nung pag-umpisa nitong drug war, nabi ko talaga sa kanya, ito magprangkahan tayo. Ilan ang nakita ninyo sa previous administration na nag-surrender? Huli siguro, 1 or 2 or 3, by bus dyan, malaki dito, then one time. So nung na-presidente ako, dala-dala ko si Bato. Bato is good. He is now a candidate for senator. Sabihin ko sa inyo, si Bato and all others. Saan si Morente? Is Morente here? Galang rin yan, Davao. Lahat ng dumaan, chief of police yan sila. City Police Director. Lahat dumaan sa Davao, matino talaga yan. Dinala ko yung mga official, hindi naman lahat. Ito si Bato, he has my trust because I've been there, taga doon siya, and he has been with us, pabalik, assigned somewhere else, then back to Davao. Nung presidente ako, dala-dala ko yan sila. Sabi ko, tulungan ninyo ako. Bato, open the records. If you get to Krami, open it all. Huwag ninyo akong taguan. Because I know that the drug problem is far worse than we ever thought at that time. So pagdating ko, after 2 weeks, pumunta sa dito, dala-dala na niya. There were about 6 generals of the police were involved. Yan si Garbo was the police aide of Rojas. Yung si Luot naman ng putang inang yun, 2 beses napaambos, buhay pa rin. Classmate mo ba yun, Roy? Hindi. Hindi ako nagpaambos, ha? Well, anyway, tinawag ko yan sila dito lahat. Magtanong kayo ng mayor ninyo. Same room, dito, pinaalis ko lahat. Nila ko, tapos sabi ko magprangkahan tayo. I feel very corny lecturing on you because I'm just your peer. Mayor ako eh. I do not want to sound too high but not too low. Please just hear me out. Ilang mayor nandito, including Luot, makita ko yan. So, ikaw, Luot, kinausap niya yung Sibong. Siya, galit ba si mayor? Putang ina. Magtanong ka ng ganun sa akin, galit ako, nasa droga ka, police ka? Are you kidding? Sabi ko, galit ako sa'yo, isusunod kita. Pati si Malibog ng Iloilo. Tapos sabi, punta siya, Mabilog. Tanong na siya, sige, dyan sa mga security galit ba si Mayor? Sabi niya, ipapatay ka rin talaga eh. Kung hindi totoo, saan ang buang? Iniwan na niya. Tapos sabi niya, galing ako manghirap. By the way, the cousin of Secretary Drilon. Mapunta ka ng Iloilo. Saan mong bahay nito ng putang inan to? Ayun, sus Mariusem. Palasyo. You earned that much in so short a time? How much is your salary? Nga si Parahino, Mayor of Osamis. You know, if you are from Osamis, you guys have been there, ang Osamis city appears to be calm. It's a serene place. No factories, no economic activity, no nothing. But it's there. Wala namang wala namang hunger o ano. Kaya pala lahat ng mga taga-Osamis natuto nang maging courier. Kuha sila ng supply doon, ipagbila nila sa ibang lugar. Kaya karamihang nahuli, puro taga-Osamis. Brisk business ang Cebu. Kaya dito na ako this is really the meat of the corruption. So he was so rich that he could afford to kill 2 of his policemen. No, 4. Pero hindi man nakita yung isa, about 3. Nung punta na sila doon after the killing him. Tapos 2 MiG sa armed forces na intelligence. Until now, hindi namin makita. So, ang power, pumasok na talaga sa ulo niya. And he has a house. Ang wallpaper niya was 500 pesos. Yung wall niya, gano'n. Filthy, obscene thing. He had to go. And Espinosa, nakademanda yung pulis. Wata sabihin ko sa inyo, I will never allow any soldier or police to go to prison for doing his duty. I will not allow that. Sabi ko, sige lang. Udikta the couple who were killed sa pier. Or the ones sila si mayor, yung mayor na malibog na hindi na umuwi. Dito sa right side, it was Espinosa, the mayor who was killed. While he was inside the detention cell, when it was opened, he tried to kill the policeman. So there was a shootout. But whether true or not, they will have my support. Hindi ko sila pababayaan talaga. I will not abandon any soldier. Pero kung yung babae, abuso, that's your... Pero sa trabaho, no, ang pinakadelikado sa lahat sa atin, the most dangerous, the one dangerous thing is drugs. I'm sure almost everybody of you listened to the presidential debates early on. And I know that you could probably remember that I said a few words. Because of the very constrictive time given us to talk about our program. Bigyan ka lang ng 1 minute and 30 seconds. What things can you... Kaya ako bullet lang. Short lang ako. Wala na ako. One was corruption. Second, sabi ko, drugs. The third is corruption in the bureaucracy. And fourth, that I would try to look for money. Remember, I never used the words build. I-review ninyo yung tapes. I never said it because I was not sure where would I go. At that time, I knew that China was really very angry at the behavior of the previous administration. So, hindi ko malaman. So, I never promised any grand whatever. So, I just kept low. And it was not because of that reason. When I was there already, yung intelligence of everybody, the intelligence community, warned me that there is something brewing there in Marawi. They were passing arms openly. And I thought that I needed more arms because the ones already very old, they are not accurate anymore. A rifle is only good for 30,000 rounds. After that, loose na yung bore. Malaki na. Pag nabas ng bala, wala nang direksyon. Sumasayaw na. Because there is that, they have its own trajectory. Ang susunod ng umiikot yan. Because there is that rifling, tawag nila. So, pag nabas niyan, umiikot yan so many thousands every minute. Wala na. Hand me down yung sa police. You get it from the army na talagang panahon pa ni Marcos yung iba. So, I was in quandary. I wanted to buy. So, I ordered from America. 23,000. Ngayon, bigla na lang nagsabi that Amerika, sabi ng mga congressman pati senador doon, they took the floor to denounce me for my human rights violation. Daw. So, they refused to deliver. What a cruel thing to do. Alam nila, because I know that the Americans are very active sa intelligence. And they know the situation. Ayaw lang ibigay. So I sent word to China that I want to visit Mr. Xi Jinping. So I went there, I talked to the ambassador, and I was received there. I realized that we can talk things over and we can be in good stead again. So, sinabi ko yung problema ko. Sabi ni Xi Jinping, it's okay. I know your problem. Arms, we'll give you the arms. Free. Napanganga ako. Sabi ko kasi, I want to buy arms from you, but I do not have any money right now. Could I just have a easy schedule for payment? Sabi niya, you can have it. So, gusto ko ng marami, kulang pa rin, I went to Russia. Sabi ni President Putin, we'll give it to you. It was on that visit sa Russia, pumutok yung... Kaya talaga ako nagsentimento sa mga Amerikano. Tapos napabili sila ng Huey, Canada. And look, they told me that we will give you the helicopters, but you cannot arm them. You cannot place armaments in the helicopter. So I ordered something like 12. Sabi ko, what do you mean? Because you cannot use it against your own citizen. Sabi ko, fuck you guys. My own citizens are revolting, trying to oust me out of office, killing my soldiers and policemen. Ang pinakaraming na mamatay ngayon is barangay captains. Those who would opt to be sympathetic with the government. Yung ayaw na pinapatay talaga nila. Sabi ko, this communists, they are my citizens, right? But they're destroying my government. What's it? Sabi, well, okay. So, walang ano. So, I survived with And to tell you frankly, the rifle, the sniper rifle, so a sniper is used when your target is way, way ahead, very far. The rifle that killed Hapilon was a Chinese-made rifle, sniper rifle. And it was given to me in a glass case ng mga sundalo. Yun ang istorya niya. Itong ang corruption meron rin, pero not so much dito sa military and even the police. Ang malaki dito, yung mga mayaman. The filthy rich. Sila yung mga may rebates sa kanilang taxes. And if you reviewed them, like the Lopezes, Marcos was overthrown, Cory gave him back, ABS-CBN, to rehabilitate ABS-CBN. Anong ginawa na? Where did they get the money? They borrowed from DBP. And DBP noon sikat eh. Nung naghiram, tapos hindi nabayaran. Believe me, these are government records. They did not pay the DBP. Kaya ang DBP pumagsak. And worst of it all, they condoned the utang. Yan ang masakit. Kaya ako critical dyan sa ABS-CBN. Kaya ako pinuputang ina sila. Anong mukha ninyo magharap sa amin ng gano'n? Na the franchise is up for renewal. You ask me if I object? Yes. I will object. Una-una yung utang nila, tablahin natin yan? So how much money, hindi hanggang hindi natin alam. Wala yung record. Hindi namin mahanap. So saan? Ako, during the campaign, because wala namang akong pera, may mga taong nagbigay sa akin when already I was up in the rating. Nagdikit ako sa 32. So money was already available. And on the last week, I had to plead that 22 million magbayad ako. May pera na yung ano ko na lang, yung advertisement ko. During the presidential debates, every intermission, makita mo yung on the side, may mga advertisement. Ako, wala. Wala man ang pera. Pero nagkapera ako, sabi ko, mayroon akong ano. Alam mo ginawa ng kababuyan itong ABS-CBN? Inuna pa nila yung black propaganda ni Trillanes na may mga bata ginamit, which is prohibited by law. Cannot use children. There was this injunction, and yet, ABS-CBN proceeded to air it. Ang akin, wala. Marami man kami, Chis Escudero, ako, maraming inopsyon ng ABS-CBN. Ito kasi mga mayaman, if you are small, you commit na, you go to jail. Ito sila big time. Ito yung tax evasion. Yan kaya sabi ko yung may-ari ng yung sa sigarilyo. Kaya sabi ko, bista kaibigan ko yun. When he offered to pay 5 billion, oh, you must be crazy. You better go home because I'm going to file plunder charges against you and you'll rot in prison. I will see to it that you will rot in prison. So, sabi, how much? Well, I don't know about Dominguez. He's the one. He's the one computing for the government. You ask him. Ang Dominguez naman, kasi natakot yung tao, build him, ano yung 37 billion bayad siya. And of course, you have this, ayaw ko na lang kasi kaibigan na kami. I mean, we decided to let things be, bygones be bygones. But just to mention it, ilang presidente dumaan ang Pilipinas that able to collect 8 billion. Pagdating ko, yan ako. Going to give you 48 hours. You pay, or if you do not pay, I'll send the BIR to magkano talaga ang kinita mo. Ganon, talagang, I'll give you one example. If you're connected with the company, just let it pass. Itong line ng cellphone, yung linya-linya man yan, level, parang mga tao. I'm not a technical person. Pero it is given by the government free if you intend to build, pero corruption pa rin yan. There's no such thing as given. Bigyan ka niyan, in the law, it's free. Tapos, magtayo ka. Itong mga to, binili nila. Ang tawag, no? Binili ito, choice ito eh. Binili, siguro the choicest among them, binigay in law, ibibigay lang talaga yan, libre. But somebody bought it. Here comes now the third. I've been insisting on the third so that hanggang ngayon wala pang nangyari. I hope Secretary Rio would fast-track it. Tapos, favoring, gano'n. Sabi ko, in a cabinet meeting, kami, sabi ko, sige na kasi nagtatanong na yung mga tao kung may yung bandwave ba na maganda. There is, but it's in the hands of other persons. I mean, the one that with him, has it been used? No. Hinahawakan lang. Tapos the other one, binili nila. O di sabi ko, ibigay mo na yun doon sa ano. Sabi na, Mayor, ayaw isauli because they acquired it. Tapos magbayad daw ako. Sa cabinet meeting kami, sabi ko, gano'n talaga bunganga ako. Gano'n, putang ina. Sabihin mo sa kanila, magbilang ako, hindi araw eh. 48 days, 2 days, isauli na yung putang inang yan. Bugbugin ko lang doon na puntahan ko yung dalawang. Then, following day, early morning, tawagan mo, putang ina, talagang yayariin ko sila. Patumbang yung lahat ng tower nila sa NPA. Madali, tawagan mo lang NPA, oh. 10% per tower, tumba lahat yan. No more delete. After 2 days na ulit. So how much would I? Putang ina, 1 billion. I-get mo. Let's check ka. Kaya yan ang korupsyon ng mga yaman. Hindi naman itong police, wala yan, small time yan. Ang problema lang kasi ang tong droga kasi it comes with a deadly act and that is sometimes killing. Kaya yung mga sa Amerikano, sabi niyo sa Bell, sabi niya, are you really mad? Yes. Ordinarily it's war booty. And that's the culture of the soldiers, to bring along things that belonging to the countries that they conquered. Pero ito, sabi ko, ang Bell, you got it at the expense of the lives of so many innocent people and children. You do not return the bell, I will never be nice to you. Forget it. I can always get China and so yan. Well, isauli na hindi sa iyo yan. Sabi ko. So, the return of the bells, after having been there and this the far and wide in between the years, for the demand for the return could not have happened had the CIA not interfered. Hindi masauli yung kung government lang. Pero sabi ko, CIA ang kausap ko. Sabi niya, okay, we'll work on it. Go fine. Return it because you got it awash with blood of the Filipino. I said, one of those who died there is even my great-great-great-grandfather. Really? Yes. Wala, God. Padrama lang. Alam mo naman. Kung sino lang marunong dito magbula, bulahan itong great-great-grandfather. Really? You come kasama? Yes. Really? Yes. Too bad. Really? You said it. Itong drugs, so, I am now in a quandary. You know drugs. You might find me sometimes repugnant or repulsive. But, alam mo, hindi ako nagyayabang. Pag hindi ito nasulbad ang drugs, I really do not know who would be the next president. Pag ang sunod na presidente, inotil, alam mo sabi ko, hindi ako nagyayabang. Pag takot kang pumatay at ayaw mong mamatay, huwag kang pumasok dito. Doon ka na lang sa, diyan ka, be a listener there. Mahirap itong drugs. Kaya sabi ko, I could not have made it more clear. If you destroy my country, I will kill you. If you make my children eat drugs, use drugs, and they are rendered inutil, I will kill you. There's the TV. I could not make it more clearer to everybody. To the human rights, listen very carefully. Destroy my country, I will kill you. Destroy our children, I will kill you. Period. No apologies, no explanation, no nothing. I have said, lay down the rules. Alam mo, hindi lang ninyo alam. Sabi ko nga, how many? That is the predicate of my discussion. Kanina, sabi ko, how many? Narinig niyo sa past administration, even 10 lining up. None. I opened the books, yon, generals involved, and not only yon, lahat naman. What is really obnoxious is they belong to the law enforcement. Ngayon, pagsabi ko ito, because nakita ko niyang surrender in 24 hours or I kill you. Kaya ang mga human rights, so many hundreds, then by the thousands. At the end of the day, the count of Bato was 1.6. Ang count ni Santiago was 3 million at that time. Both of them are correct. Kayong nakita ninyo dito, what you saw, many Manila people, yun yung count dito lang. Hindi ninyo binilang yung sa Cebu, sa Davao, Zamboanga, Iloilo. I will give an idea. Me, I'll place it conservatively at about mga 7. Now, I have 7 million Filipinos who are already slaves, who cannot work anymore but lie there in a corner. And when the monkey rides on the back, they go out, sell everything, including their children, the flesh of their children, to get the money and to get the shabu. Hindi mawawala yung unggoy. Talagang gaganon yan. So he has to look for. And kung wala silang makita, they kill. Especially the young people. Ayaw na nang maniwala nitong mga human rights that they are really capable of killing. How much, ilang police ang nawala sa akin? Almost 500 na. Pinatay ng mga durugista. And you think of kasi magsabi, Duterte has killed 70,000. 70,000. But anyway, not mentioning, they are as if reflecting on that statement na yung pinatay ko puro santo. Anak. Then why would I worry with the son of a bitch there, lying dead with a pool of blood, when I think of the so many Filipinos who are already dysfunctional? Kaya ako nasasaktan kasi marami yan. Million ang tao. This is the head of the family. If he is hit, then the wife will be in constant quarrel. Then mabugbog na yan, pati yung mga anak. Money intended for food on the table is gone. Money, little money intended for school o pamasahe, no more. Papaano yan? Itong mga edukasyon at itong mga because ito, wala na. If he becomes dysfunctional, the family becomes. If you have a friend or enemy, gusto mong sirain, bigyan mo ang anak ng shabu at makita niya. And how many are those? Kasi ang shabu, mahirap lang to eh. Ito, maghanap ng isa para suportahan ang bisyo niya. Then ito, maghanap ng iba para suportahan niya. Then this becomes, that is why they are selling forever. At you make it easy, mga human right, as if it is just an ordinary epidemic of diarrhea or para sa kanila, diarrhea of the mouth. Your mouth. Ilan yan sila? Ilan ang pushers nagbibigay? Ilan ang pamilyang tinatamaan? Worse, pagkatapos niyan, lango na ang mga, then they commit crimes. They rape a family, kill the father, rape the mother, the daughter, kill all. Sa labas, pati yung buntis, sinaksak pa yung taga-ombudsman. Kaya sa bagay, yung sumaksak noon, patay na rin. Really. tapalubang sa lugar ko noon. Ewan ko lang kung sinong mayor noon, panahon na yun. Mag-rape ka ng bata, patayin mo. Judge, wag mo akong tanongin. Hindi ko pa paabuti. Ewan ko kung sino yung judge. Mayor judge. Kung hindi ko paabutin yan. Bakit kita buhayin? Let's check ka. Wala na siraan na. 1 year use of shabu shrinks the brain. If your brain has shrunk, it's of no use to society. You will just keep on pahirapan mo ang tao. So people, students, workers at night could no longer use these public streets, public conveyances, kasi hold upin sila. Tapos ilan niyang pag-uwi, a walking distance, and if it's a secluded place or dark place, or the passage among dito sa mga squatter. Now what they say? Duterte is killing the poor. Yan ang, hoy mga putak, makinig kayong mabuti. You listen to this or I give you that. Alam mo, shabu is the commodity of the poor. The rich idiots are on cocaine. Well, ang mayaman mas mabuti because they come from a plant called poppy. So it is not as toxic as itong shabu na chemical na para sa patay. Ano ganyan yun? Ito. Formalin, tapos dito yung tubig sa baterya. Tapos paghaluin na sa ecstasy, kita mo yung bata na sa Cebu. Sabi ng police previously, pardon to the family man, but you must consider that this is an issue of public interest. I have to let it out in the open. She has been using, unfortunately, the week before, she was using it and she just dropped. Parang kumatos. Pero umulit pa rin. Yung vulnerable kasi ang bata. Yung peer pressure talaga. Yung peer pressure. Kaya wala akong... It will destroy our society. Tignan mo Medellin. It's being run by organized money. Colombia is still suffering. No matter how many thousands of dollars have been poured in to correct an aberration in society. Until now, Britain, America, nag-contribute. You'll make it hard. No, you do it in the Philippines. Our population is 1.10 million. Anak ka na. 1.10 million. Ilagay mo na lang ang contamination dyan, mga 20, 25. Wala na talaga. Sabi ko, the next president must be grappling with this issue. Ako, if I cannot stop it during my term, then I would even consider myself not a good public employee. Kaya sabi ko sa iba, sabi ko sa military, pati police, tangina tapusin na natin ito during my term. If I have to kill all of them, I will kill all of them. You know, the presidency is a gift from God. Considering my circumstance, when I won it, you could hardly believe that I really won it fair and square. So my gift to you and to your children is I will try my very best to wipe them from the face of the earth. Even if I have to go to prison, even if it cost me my freedom. There's always a, there is no perfect world here. So you do, you pay. Sa akin, okay. Do not worry about me. I am old. I said I'm ready to retire. As a matter of fact, I attempted twice. So what do I ask in return? Nothing. Because I know that joining public service many, many years ago, I learned from my father, who was governor of Davao. Isa lang ang Davao noon eh. Davao now comprises several local government units. It's Davao del Sur, Oriental, Norte, Occidental, then Combal Valley, Davao City. So that is how big. Actually, my father said, when you go public, if you work for the government, you are a worker of government. And with it goes kung anong mangyari sa'yo. Kaya kung alangan ka, takot kang mamatay, takot kang maambos, ayaw pumunta doon sa may gulo kasi baik ka. Tatay ko, di ba kang pumasok dyan? Find another vocation. But I chose because I think what really challenged me, I was a public prosecutor. I was doing trial work all these years before I became mayor in 1988. So, hiningi ko return, do not expect it. When you are no longer there, people would not remember you. Believe me, they would only recognize unless you are Rizal. But then I have to call back the Spaniards to do the thing here again. So that is my story to you. It's about corruption and how it can destroy our society or will make it difficult for us to live normally. And so we have to, I said, I told the police, return the right of the public to use the streets and plaza or where they want to go. Return to the Filipino people the right to go about anywhere. Pumunta sila ng mga cynic without their heads being decapitated. Pero sa droga muna tayo kasi yan ang we have solved the problems of the MI, which is territorial in nature. Maybe when Nor comes back, we allowed him to go out to attend the OIC, the oil producing nigga. Sabi ko, palabasin na lang yan. We cannot keep him. So I have only to face Mindanao. Kung maplansya ko si Nor, maplansya ko itong NPA, if they can go down to my level, mataas sila eh. I admit that they are bright, they are everything. So mataas sila. But if they can go down to my level, okay, mag-usap kami. You give me the highfalutin words of Marxism, hindi ko naintindihan. Hanggang 75 lang po ako. I've been at 75. Totoo yan. Since grade Kindergarten kami ni Dominguez. To si Dominguez is the extreme, always valedictorian. Ako naman yung 75 lang. Ang nanay ko galit na galit, sabi ko, ma, kung bigyan mo ako ng 78, anuhin ko yung dalawa. 75, makaakyat naman ako. Bakit pa ako hindi na ako makalaro, hindi na nasa 75. But you know what? There's a stranger than fiction. Roy Simato is brilliant. Became a general. I think he was good in PMA, Monte Agudo, Jaime Morente. They're all exceedingly good. Sonny Dominguez, average yan is 96. Itong si Tugadi is our valedictorian. Puro yan sila. Itong si Berna, magna cum laude sa UP. Kaya hindi man totoo na girlfriend ko. Mahiya man ako magligaw sa kanya kay 75 man lang ako. Do not believe in it. Girlfriend. May magna cum laude ba na magsagot ng 75? But I say the strange factor is, alam mo, itong mga brilliant, Premier. Dito pala lahat, ayan si Escobar, yung sa police, Presidential Guard. Dito silang lahat. Mga bright yan. Alam mo ang nangyari? Utusan ko lahat yan po. So, huwag kayong magkumpiyansa sa 75. Totoo yan. It took me 7 years to finish high school. Magtanong kayo ng taga-Davao. Yan sila, sana matapos na lang ako. Diyan pa sa... sabi ko, kailan pa ba ako matapos nito? Mas college ka na. But when my father died, doon ako talaga. And there was a year na grade second year tayo kami. It's pretty good, no? First time ako nakatikim ng kasi takot na yung insecurity nung wala ka ng tatay. So banat na talaga. Pero for the first time in my life, naka 92 ako. Totoo. Binigyan ni Berne, si Justice believe siya sa akin. 92. Negotiable ko, 88. Putang ina, sabi ko. Mahusay pala ito mag-aral tayo. But you don't spend most of your time studying. Wala. It breaks the spirit of you. Laro muna. Tapos pag high school na, ang girls, paano na lang yan? So bisita-bisita. But then, you just pray hard and you'll also make it somehow to the presidency. I hope when you are here, use your talent. Lahat na natutunan kong kalukuhan, ginamit ko na. Kaya, warning ko talaga. Huwag talaga. Patay kayo sa akin. I will skin you alive. Not for me. Ano man makuha ko, be? Hoy, human rights. Listen to me. Anong makuha ko? What would I get killing innocent people? What? May isa kaming professor na, yan kaya dumaan na ito. Justice Solidum. What? What do I get killing people? God damn it. When I retire, I have to look for a place because they will kill me. Just this Solido. Ito, nandaan ito sila. May professor kami, si Justice Solidom, Lunggo. Ito, si Judge Clavizilia, Presidential Advisor ng huwag magyud bitawan, ma'am. Tama yung kasama kayo palagi. Taragis ang tao na hindi mo kakumpiyansa. He has not stopped with this business of womanizing. Meron siya sa Holy Spirit, Sentro Escolar. He has a suffering from a syndrome until now. Hindi talaga, totoo. So I would like to just say to you that kasali na kabastusan nyo, but that is, ganun talaga ako eh. Sabi na Duterte, bastos yung bunganga. Correct, because I never transition from being mayor to the president. Hindi talaga ako. Ang paradigm ko, kaya I want to be called mayor. Pag tinabi mo ako presidente, hindi kita sanagot. Because I think that I'm not really the one. Not because I want to ignore you. Nasanay ako sa mayor. Mayor lang ako hanggang. No? Ang ugali ko mayor, ang style ko mayor. Ang bunganga ako, bastos kasi doon. Kung hindi ka mo pinutang ina mo, wala namang maniwala sa iyo. So, ganoon talaga. Ngayon, minsan sa crowd, but hindi raw ako statesman, sabi ng mga elite dito. Classmate man kami nito, ikaw. Meron ba tayong subject na statesmanship? Kayo, wala tayong natutuhan dyan. Gusto ko sabihin, fuck you. Yan ang galit eh. But behind that, really, meron akong, hindi naman, a sense of love for my country is very strong. Basket taga Mindanao lang kami. My mother is half Maranao. Papa ko from Cebu, Danao. But my grandfather was Chinese. Mari ng big. I had so many bakeries in Marawi and Iligan noon. May konti ho akong a little of hindi naman ako prinsipyo na to, but I assure you, I have the minimum of values to run a country at least better than the others. Because wala akong kalukuhan. Alam mo, nandyan man sila lahat, they are all here. No transaction of government involving contracts, money, public or private, or yung mga MRT reclamation, kung ano, approval of contracts, it does not reach my table. I have prohibited that. Kaya ibig sabihin ko, wala kayong makalkal sa akin pagkatao ko, basta pera. Because baski piso, the contracts, the documents begins and ends there sa cabinet member. Wala talaga ako. So what I get is my salary to 204,000. But you know that sabihin nyo, malaki na yan. But remember, do not just jump into conclusion because I have two families. I have to support the grandmother kasi siya yung nag-i-spoil ng mga apo niya. Yung first. Dito, may anak ako na dalaga na. So I have to, baski ako, I challenge you your 1 peso will win 1 million sa akin. Wala kang makita sa Malacanang nagpirma ako ng pera, either representation o ano. Even clothing allowance, wala ako. Hindi ko talaga ayan, laboy, nandito man. Wala ako. Kaya kung mapreso man ako, it could not be corruption. That would be very impossible. Now, for being like Hitler, I have said, kasi sinabi ko na sa inyo, wag. Sinabi ko na sa lahat sa gobyerno, wag. Kaya kung pumasok ka dyan, I'm sorry. It is your headache, not mine. Maraming salamat.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. At this point, we'd like to request our President to remain on stage for a photo opportunity. We'd like to call on the first batch, PACC commissioners and the chairman. Second batch, please prepare. PACC awardees. First batch, kindly exit to your right after you're done. Thank you. Kindly exit to your right. Third batch, please prepare. Deputized agency heads. Thank you. Kindly exit to your right. Next batch, please. Please prepare fourth batch. Deputized agency heads. Thank you. Kindly exit to your right. Next batch, please. Please prepare fifth batch, PACC staff.
I-announce mo muna sir ang exit. I-announce mo lang sir yung exit. Tapos, at habol ka sir.
Thank you. Kindly exit to your right.
Next batch sir. Sir, announce mo muna yung next batch. Announce mo muna.
Next batch, please. Please prepare.
Sige sir. Yeah, six batch na yun. Last batch.
Thank you very much. Kindly exit to your right.
Thank you very much. Please exit to the left for this batch.
Hindi ka bumalik dito kanina sir. Sige lang. At least,
Thank you very much, Mr. President. That marks the end of our program. Thank you very much, President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, for gracing us with your presence and for the opportunity to celebrate PACC's first-year anniversary here at the Malacañang Palace. Again, ladies and gentlemen, the President of the Philippines, President Rodrigo Roa Duterte. We would like to request everyone to remain seated until after the President has left the program venue. Thank you.
50 lang ilalagay dito. Sa gitna.